Good morning. My dear friends, we all know how important salt is. It gives flavor to our food. When food is lacking salt, we notice it right away. And when there is too much salt, we notice it just as quickly. In both cases, our attention shifts. We no longer enjoy the food itself because we are focused on what is missing or what is overpowering. The salt, which is meant to enhance, suddenly becomes the center of attention. The same is true with light. Light allows us to see, to feel safe, and to appreciate the beauty around us. But when the light is too dim, we struggle to see clearly. When it is too bright, it blinds us. In both situations, we stop enjoying the place we are in because our attention is fixed on the light itself, not on what the light is meant to reveal. And it is precisely here that today's gospel meets our daily experience. Jesus says to us, "You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world." Pay attention to this. Jesus does not say, "You can become the salt of the earth and the light of the world." Instead, he says, "You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world," which means it is our reality here and now. This is who we are. We are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. But what does it mean for us? As I mentioned at the beginning, salt enhances and light illuminates. They are never meant to draw attention to themselves. They exist to serve something greater. Salt does not exist for its own sake. It disappears into the food so that the food can be enjoyed. Light does not shine so that we can admire the lamp. It shines so that we can see the path, the room, and the faces around us. The moment salt or light calls attention to itself, it fails in its purpose. So when Jesus says that we are the salt of the earth and the light of the world, it means that our lives are meant to quietly and faithfully reveal God, not replace Him or compete with Him. Allow me to speak from my own life as a priest. My dear friends, I am truly grateful when you tell me you appreciate what we do here in this parish. Those words strengthen me and encourage me to do better. But every time I hear them, I am hoping for something deeper. I am hoping that what you appreciated was not simply my personality, my words, or my efforts, but that somehow, through me, you felt God's presence, God's mercy, and God's love. Because I will be honest with you, one of my greatest fears as a priest is not failure or fatigue. It is the fear that I may not lead you to God, that people might say, "I like this priest," but never say, "I encountered Jesus through him." A priest is not meant to replace God. We are meant to point to Him. If my words somehow inspire you, they should inspire you to pray more. If my presence somehow comforts you, it should lead you closer to God. And mind you, my dear brothers and sisters, this is not just about me. This is also about you as parents, grandparents, teachers, and workers. Parents, you are salt and light in your own family. Your patience shows your children what God's patience looks like. Your forgiveness shows them that God's mercy is real. Even when things are tough and you feel tired or misunderstood, you still have a chance to share God's love. When you show kindness and grace in your home, you are quietly showing them who God is. A God who is always there, always loving, and always forgiving. Teachers, workers, and professionals, you are salt and light in your workplaces. When you act honestly, treat people with kindness, and stand by what is right, you show that God is with you. In a world where so many are focused on themselves or on winning at all costs, your good choices and the way you treat others reflect the light of Christ. This is what it means to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. We are not called to draw attention to ourselves, but to point to God. When we love without wanting praise, when we forgive without counting mistakes, and when we serve quietly, our lives point beyond ourselves. Then it is not our light that shines, but God's presence that brings healing and true hope to our world. Amen.